Many times you are going to have to let people have the beliefs that they have. Let them have it, even if you wholeheartedly disagree with it. And it is a tremendous temptation and a great discipline. And once you've mastered that discipline, you will just have a lot of peace in your life. Because it is very tempting to engage in arguments with people, especially when they believe something about you. Like maybe you were talking to a bunch of friends and somebody overheard something. They didn't listen to the entire context of the situation of what you said, but they heard a certain word and they got triggered by that word. And now they have these beliefs about what kind of person you are, or maybe you did a certain thing. And they're like, oh, because you did this means that you are this kind of person. Or it means that you do this kind of thing. You are that. This is you. And that thing is horrible. And it is very tempting to engage in arguments with these people to try to prove them wrong. And the important thing that you need to remember in these situations is be a warrior in a garden, not a gardener in a war. You must observe before you try to prove them wrong. Will this person actually give me a shot so I can show them that I'm not that kind of person? That whatever I said was genuinely, sincerely innocent. It was just a joke, or it's just a misunderstanding. It's not that deep. And you need to see, will this person actually listen to you, or are they going to be selectively listening? Because when there's some people who don't actually listen to what you're saying, they're like selectively listening to you. They're like they're looking for a certain word in a sentence that you're going to say so that they can attach themselves to that word, and they can be like, aha, see, you are that kind of person because you said that word again. Oh man, the paradox is, the more you try to prove them wrong, the more you're indirectly proving them right. Because of the filter of how they see the world, how they see you. Because they see you in this particular way, anything that comes out of your mouth is that thing. They see you as that image, that whatever demon that they have in their mind, you are that demon, that creature. And you want to prove them right. I've had many moments like this. Sometimes I've come across certain people who have beliefs. Maybe it's a feminist, and they believe all men are like this. All men are this way inclined. And it triggers something in me, because I know not all men are like that. I'm not like that. And it frustrates me. It's similar to like men, misogynist men who believe all women are this way inclined. And it's like, that's not true. There's a huge percentage of men who are not like this, and a huge percentage of women who are not like that. And these people are dogmatic in their views. And there's only two kinds of people in this world that I do not like. And it's people who are ignorant and people who are dogmatic. Because people who are dogmatic, people who believe that the things that they believe are undeniably true no matter what. It's written in the laws of the universe that this is the truth. Religious people often frustrate me in this kind of way, when they believe the things that they believe so ignorantly. Because ignorance is bliss. And the truth often lies in the middle. Truth is often in the center of things. The center of the storm is always still. And it's easiest to find a solution from there. And dogmatic people, it's often tough to come up with solutions with them, because they believe that the things that they believe are so true. And sometimes it's not even that you disagree with them. Sometimes it's just that you have a different perspective, and maybe they are genuinely right in their opinion, in how they see things, and they just need to help you to catch up. But the way they do it, it's always in this dominating way, where instead of trying to be on the same page, instead of trying to work together to an optimal resolution or solution to a situation, it ends up being this whole dominance thing. Whose opinion is superior? Whose opinion is inferior? Instead of, how do we help each other create a bridge to each other so that we both see eye to eye? Because disagreements are natural. Us human beings have free will. So it's natural that from your experience, you're going to accumulate certain experiences that makes you see things differently from somebody else. And maybe you both genuinely see eye to eye, but you're looking at the same picture differently. And I think this is the root cause of many wars in our world. People think that they disagree with each other, but it's just genuinely a misunderstanding. And they begin to create hate with one another. It's like the old thing back in the day when we all used to live in tribes. And we're still fighting the same primitive wars as we did back then. It's just that now it's much more civilized. It's much more massive, and we have technology at our disposal, and we can bomb an entire country. That's the only difference. But it's still the same primitive crap of, oh, that tribe over there laughs at a joke that I wouldn't find funny, so let's kill them because, I don't know, they laugh weird, they look weird, they smell weird, they pray to a god that I don't agree with, they're demons, they're this. It's the same crap that we're dealing with, but on a larger scale. Now we're bombing entire countries as opposed to killing an entire village. And most times when you come across people who are like this, dogmatic and ignorant, you just need to let them go. Let them believe the things that they believe. And the truth, God, the universe, will eventually wake them up. And maybe you are not that vessel towards waking them up, because it can be tempting, because maybe you believe that you are the hero in that story and you are going to save them. You are going to open their eyes and make them see things differently. And the more you do it, the more you realize, holy shit, I am getting myself in one hell of a situation. I shouldn't have opened this door because I am getting hurt just trying to help this person see things differently. See things with a much more open mind. And sometimes you genuinely can help them, or you can plant a seed somewhere. Be a warrior in a garden, not a gardener in a war. Don't plant a seed in a garden that's full of weeds. And this is something that requires a bit of experience to see. Can you plant something here? And maybe somebody else can, and that person isn't you. And that takes a huge amount of self-awareness to learn that you are not the person. You're not that guy. You're that guy somewhere else, but in this situation, you're not that guy. But if you can see an opening, a place where you think that this person, yes, they're quite dogmatic here. They're quite stubborn in their belief. But I see an opening where there is reasoning there. I can reason with them. When you do that, do it very gently. Because when you're fighting demons in your life, the great temptation that you must overcome is that you yourself don't become one. Because when you stare into the abyss stares right back at you. Because the more you try to prove them wrong, the more you're indirectly proving them right. Because let's say they're not actually listening to what you're saying. You're coming at them gently. You're being gentle with it, but they're not listening to you. And then you get a bit frustrated by that. And that frustration bleeds out in your words, in the way that you're speaking to them. And they attach to this frustration that they see. They attach themselves to this and they say, aha, see, this is you, this is the real you, this is your true colors, see. You need to be very delicate in these situations. And sometimes the only thing that you need to care about when in this situation, only control what's within your control. Everything else, let it go. Let it go. Just be as articulate as you can and as sincere as you can. Everything else, let it go. And maybe this person is affecting you directly in some kind of way. It's not just something that you can walk out of. It's somebody who's spreading rumors. Maybe it's a work colleague spreading rumors in the office, or it's a family member, or it's somebody at school. If an angry mob starts coming your way, and there is not one single soul that is trying to get more context, get your side of the story, trying to understand, even if they are angry and they are an angry mob, if nobody in that mob is trying to understand, then it's out of your control. Don't obsess over it. You will have a lot of peace if you don't let those things corrupt you. Just let it go. Because if you try to prove them wrong, you will be endlessly climbing out of this rabbit hole that just always keeps growing deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And each time that rabbit hole gets deeper, you truly do become the thing that they say that you are. So don't let that happen. But with that said, thank you for listening, and until all are one.